Hi, good day, wherever you're watching us. Thanks for joining this wonderful edition of the maiden episode of Real Talk. My name is Akim Ogumilade. Real Talk is that program we bring to your viewing pleasure at the last Saturdays of every month from the Nigerian Canadian entertainment industry perspective, critical and objective film reviews. And on this edition, I have my illustrious and wonderful panelists that we will be doing justice to the first film we jointly picked to have a conversation about. And the film is titled Fame and Fury. It's a film produced by Nigerian producer, of course, Bimbo Ademoye. You might all have seen this movie in the past, but today we've chosen it to have a very technical review evaluating indices and indexes to value the film on the holistic platform. And like I said, I won't be doing justice to this alone. I will be inviting to join me in the studio from different areas of Canada, where we will be discussing with elites, stakeholders, movie enthusiasts, and professional filmmakers as we weigh and share our own opinions and thoughts about the movie. The first person who will be having this evening to join us in the studios is Queen V. Thank you so much, Queen V, for joining us. And
Hi.
also, we have Dr. Adewale Akonde also. Thank you so much, Doctor, for
Hello, good
joining us.
evening.
Thank you so much. And also, we have Emilian Andrew, a movie producer and actress, also joining us on this discourse today. And of
Hello.
course, we have Madam Themilola also who will be sharing our own view
Hi
of
everyone.
what we'll be talking about. So we will be starting by having an opportunity to meet our panelists this evening, just in the format I brought everybody in. Let's spend the next 30 seconds each introducing ourselves. Over to you, Queen.
My name is Irene Chukuma, but I go by the name Queen V. It's my stage name. Most people know me by that. I am a producer and actress. Also, I'm also one of the directors of Africans and Caribbeans in Art. It's a not-for-profit for youths. We help them achieve their dreams. Thank you.
All right, let's go over to Dr. Adewale Akonde also. Can we meet you, please, briefly?
My name is Dr. Adewale Akande. I just relocated to Canada just 2 years ago, teaching by profession. I'm a road safety consultant as well. Nice meeting you.
All right, thank you so much. And over to you, Madam Timilola.
Hi, yeah, my name is Temilola Anuluakpo. I'm a health worker here in Canada. I'm just someone that is passionate about arts and culture. Movie, anything. I love it. And I'm a caterer as well.
All right, thank you so much. And over to Emilian.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Emilian Andrew, producer, actress, MC, model. Also one of the executive producers of the reality show Niger Wives of Toronto. And I'm pleased to be here tonight.
All right, thank you so much. Okay, to our esteemed viewers, wherever you're watching us, what we have agreed to do this day is to dissect and look at the movie Fame and Fury. We want to start by asking the first person on the list there. That's Irene Chukuma, Queen V. Queen V, from your perspective, how would you, on the holistic platform to start with, what are your takes about the movie? You've seen it. Could you tell us, share with us your own opinions from technicalities, to story, to acting, to cinematography, and everything? What is it in your own perspective you would rate the movie?
In my own perspective, I would rate the movie a 9 over 10. It's a beautiful piece, very well written, very well directed, very well produced. It's like the storyline is so beautiful. And then if you ask me to put a number to it, I would say, and I'll start by the team. The team is so beautiful. I don't want to spoil anything for anybody, but it has a theme of love, jealousy, deceit. Um, it also in the acting, I'm gonna rate it 9.75. I won't give it a 10. And if you allow me to say why they're losing 0.25, the reason why they're losing 0.25 is number one, Rita, Auntie Rita. Auntie Rita, who is Paul's ex-wife, we were made to understand that she was rich before Paul drained her. And seeing the kind of man Paul is, he's so polished, speaks so well and everything. I would never think he'll be with a woman like Auntie Rita. So I don't know why they made Auntie Rita, be like a local trader. Yes, she's starting from the beginning, but she's still supposed to have her steez. She's still supposed to be educated and, somebody that was wealthy before she came, she lost all her wealth. So on that note, that's why they are losing 0.25. Then the dialogue. Yeah, I'm also giving them a 9.75. They're losing a 0.25 because there was a time where she asked for medicine. She said medicine. She said she was sick. At that point, I saw myself asking, which medicine are they buying for you? You're sick. What's your diagnosis? What's happening? You just say, buy me medicine and come. So that's why that one has taken 0.25 from there. Cinematography, I'll give them an 8 over 10. We know what cinematography is now, so I'm going to leave that there. Music score, I'll give them 8 over 10 as well. And then for the cast, I'm taking a 0.25 from them. They have a 9.75. And the reason why I'm going to take that is Diolu's mom. When Diolu's mom started with Big D, I was like, they look like age mates. I don't know, maybe they should have made her look older. She looked like a young girl. She didn't look like somebody that would be Diolu's mom. So that's why I'm taking a 0.5 from them. Emotional impact, 9 over 10. I'm a crier. They didn't get me to the point where I would cry. So for me, it's a 9 over 10. And this is all my opinion. Authenticity, I'll give them a 10 over 10. Perfect. So that's my take on it. No hard feelings. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much. That was a very brilliant one. She started with a plot and went to the team. She had issues with the casting, and she did mention it. And you scored them very good in music score and emotional impact. They didn't get at you. Well, that's from Queen V, a producer per excellence. I would say she's been able to do great Canadian themes in Canada here, ranging from the Facade series, I would say thank you so much for those brilliant contributions. And before we continue with our other panelists, if you're just joining us, the program is, of course, Real Talk, where we bring to you one very beautiful theme and we dissect it. We've had Queen V's opinion, if we have other opinions that doesn't really match as a panelist, as a panel together this evening, we could share it and say what we feel about it. But at the same time, let's look at Queen V's assessment, where she did mention that cinematography, she didn't give them all. And for me, I think I really do resonate with that. As a technical person, there were a lot of abysmal shots there that were not very professional. The lightings were not, and what we can't blame them, right? Probably that's why that theme was designed for a YouTube channel, right? As producers, you don't want to invest so much in, high-end gears and high-end, So, but let's still hear from the other panelists what their takes are on this. And that's going to be taking me to Emilian Andrew. Emilian, you have the spotlight right now. Let's have your analysis from the plot to the theme to acting, dialogue, cinematography, music score, cast, emotional impact, and of course, the authenticity of the story. Over to you, Emilian.
Fame and Fury, a really, 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 really nice movie. They did a great job for sure. For the plot, I'll give it 8 to 10 because some sequence of events, what I was expecting to be the next scene wasn't what I saw. So I would just say 8 to 10. So for the team, yeah, there's a lot to learn from the team. There's a lot of lessons to learn from it. A lot of things to take away, especially for women that fall in love so easily. Women that are emotionally weak. So there's a lot to take from it. For the acting, I would say 8.5, especially the scene where they had the shooting where she was shooting the scene with some other. I think they're extras, but they didn't really give that acting the way it should. This is the shooting location. I think what's his name now? Paul and who else was actually giving that acting skills, but the other people were just like they were just there to do what they were there to do. So that's the reason why I would say 8.5. The body language from them and the dialogue wasn't really, and dialogue, like I said, the exchange of words, excellent. So I'll give that 9 to 10. Yeah, the dialogue was okay. Cinematography, you already said what I wanted to say, that it's a YouTube movie. So with what I saw, I think it's actually a little bit better. I'll give them 8 to 10. The camera angles good, but not perfect. So, but because it's a YouTube movie, I'll give them 9 to 10. They really tried. And for the music score, I'll say 10-10. It was okay because some scenes needed the type of music that they used in that part. So I'll give that 10-10. For the storyline, 9 to 10. That is something that relates to me too. A part of that story actually is something that kind of happened to me, but in a different way. So I can definitely relate to that. So the storyline it's brilliant. For the cast, I would say 8 to 10. Like I said, the reason why is that also that's location where they were showing the scene where she was the location scene. I really didn't see the acting skills from those other people. That is the lady that was acting as the director, the boy that was acting as the one of the crew. I didn't really see that acting skills there. So that's the reason why I'll give it 8 to 10. But for the three main lead actors, they were good. They were good. They were perfect. So I have nothing to say about their acting. And the emotional impact, like I said earlier, I have a story almost similar to that. So I felt it. Watching it started bringing back memories for me. So that I would say for sure, I'll give it 10-10. And finally, authenticity. Very, very authentic. Like the lead actress in all her scenes, I could feel the emotion. It was there. Even the first boyfriend. I'm trying not to mix their names. Diolu, yeah. Diolu also gave me that emotion, that character of a rich boy, that character of a spoiled boy. It was there. I liked the way he gave it, the emotion, the character, he did it perfectly. And also Paul was good. And also a manager, I wouldn't that's my first time seeing her act, and I was really impressed with the lady. She was really good. So overall, the movie is perfect for me. Almost perfect, but good. Very, very, very good.
All right. Would you give them a 9/10 holistically or 8/10?
For the authenticity,
Yeah, for the whole film as a whole.
for the whole film, I would say 9/10.
9/10. Awesome, awesome,
I
awesome.
was really impressed. I was really impressed.
Great. Thank you so much. And this is what we're talking about. Viewers' feedback from different experiences of life. Emilian did say something that film did resonate with her, which brought back memories, flashbacks. That's the power of having an authentic movie. And we give it to Bimbo Ademoye. Had reasons to also watch other reviews where people did say something about that movies, especially the storyline, the plot, always resonate with real life situations. If you're just joining us, it's the Real Talk Show. We want to say thank you to Noreen O. She is also a member of the panelists, but she is not on this edition. She says she thinks the movie was a solid 9/10, and she only wishes they used the movie also to teach about narcissism and the signs of unhealthy relationship, which is
Exactly.
leading me to our next panelist, Temilola. All right, Temilola, a lot has been said about the plot to the team, to dialogue and everything. In terms of a real life situation, as a panelist, how would you assess the narcissist attitude of the both men who acted in that film? Then take us through that into your opinion about the film.
Okay, thank you. Fame and Fury is a story about a woman that has a passion for acting, and the movie revolves on her journey with this said passion. Before now, I have jotted down some things about the plot, the theme, and all that. So I don't know if I can go into that before, telling you about that. So about
Yeah,
the
please go ahead.
okay, about the plot of the movie, it was well organized. Just that, but it was somewhat rushed. So I gave it 7/10. The plot, and the theme is an amazing message, of following your dreams, which was done differently in this movie. There have been movies about a person following their dreams, but has always usually been the sub theme. And this movie has done a very good job in not overwhelming the narrative. So I give them a 10/10, a 10/10 there. And the acting was amazing as well, as expected from the main actors. But some parts were over exaggerated, in my own opinion. But overall, it was up to par. So acting gets 9/10 for me.
I'm sorry, Temilola, could you tell us like instances where you felt there were over exaggerations in the
Yeah.
acting?
Okay. One of it was when this the first lover, Deolu,
Okay.
when he was trying to, reach people, when they are trying to be condescending to people that they believe are lower than them. He tried his best. He tried to give it a good shot, but he over exaggerated. To me, some things they said were not really. Not that I know that there are some people that are so nasty, they can say nasty things, but to me, he overdid it. He exaggerated a little with what some of the things that he said. And the dialogue to me, the movie Fame and Fury was natural. It was smooth, and it was flawless to me. Each monologue, from each actor flowed into each other, making it a great dialogue. But in a scene with our best friend and the female lead, that's when the Paul brought food for her, and the lead actress was telling her that, why are you so mean, or something like that. That one didn't go well with me. The dialogue was somewhat mumbled into each other. So overall, the movie is 9.5, and the cinematography too of the movie was done well. And seeing the movie, there is a great potential for it to be better, so as to be considered a standard blockbuster movie. And cinematography for me gets 8/10. Then the casting of the movie was really well done, and some of the roles given to specific actors, showed their versatility. And overall, to me, the movie scores 9/10. Now, if I may answer your question, that what is the can you come again with the question?
Yeah, that in terms of somebody mentioned, Emilia mentioned the narcissist behavior of the men towards the women. So I was trying to ask your own opinion about how did you feel the plot of the story drove the narcissism? Do you think it was a balanced and very realistic scenario, or it was off the hook?
Yes, to me it was a balanced one. Like I said initially, the only aspect where I think it was being exaggerated is a part where Deolu was saying something. I feel it was overblown. That was all. But in all fairness, they perfected their act, and they didn't overdo it, except just that aspect. And I think overall they did justice to it.
Okay, and finally, you say overall you're rating Fame and Fury 9/10 or what?
9/10.
9/10. Okay,
Yeah.
awesome. Awesome, awesome. Thank you so much. And still, for people just joining us, you can send in messages through chat or on just like comments on either Facebook or on the Instagram handle where you can. We're going to be able to show it on our screen here in the studio, and we'll also implore viewers to also tag Bimbo Ademoye and the crew. This is for us from the Nigerian Canadian perspective of the creative industry, adding value and saying, we hear you, we see you, you're doing a great job. So far, so good. The 3 ratings from our panelists has been 999. We're moving on to the next panelist, Dr. Akonde, Adewale Akonde. So, in your own opinion, from the plot to the theme downwards, could you evaluate and review this movie? Let's have a touch of where you're coming from.
Thank you, my host. Actually, Bimbo Ademoye did a very, very good job. Though I've not been watching some Nigerian movie, but since Sakim put my interest to it now, I've been watching a few weeks time, a few weeks ago, and up to today. I watched it multiple times, and I could be able to arrive that Bimbo just want to express paradox of relationships. That's exactly what she wanted us to the audience to know about that the marriages or relationship, they are great paradox and frustration. Relationship can be even the most. It can be the most factor that can lead a woman being to astray. If she even try to let us know that relationship or marriages are the greatest attractions and distractions. Also, what we thought to be a good dream, I'm getting married or I'm getting a nice guy, but a precious dream can just turn to a nightmare, as we've seen here, through those people, nasty guy, narcissist, the way they behave, we can throughout the relationship. But to analyze the plot, I think the plot it's not bad. I read that one at 8-10. The team, the one that I just said now, she tried to explain that it will give us the narrative of a relationship and marriages. It can be good and it can be bad. So with the team, you see the love and also how women are weaker vessels. Despite that, she's a talent. She has vision. She knows she can make it. She still fell to that film. At the same time, though during our relationship with the other guy, Paul, it was genuine initially, but I was able to assess that she didn't do her homework very well before she picked the guy finally. Because things of relationship very, very, you cannot decide on time. You have to have a very good wisdom to pick. But the acting, I know most of the actors are very good, honestly. Especially, I know B-Boys is good. I know you look for the better person to be in that film, and that's what it is. The dialogue, I could give them 8 over 10. The cinematography also, like I said, they try to get most especially the 4 protagonists, the first guy and the second guy, Bimbo, and the manager too. She acted very well. Honestly, I've never seen her acting before. I just saw her this time around, and she did very well. The music score, I think they can do more better. They can give us more good music than that one. Honestly, from the beginning. Though they play very good music towards the end, but from the beginning, they could have given us more. There's a lot of fine music that relates to what the content of the actions of the acting. But the emotional impact. Well, I could give 9/10. Bimbo is very good in that. Very good in that. And also the other actors and actresses, they try their best as well. The authenticity, I would give that one also 8/10. Fame and Fury, I think, is a very nice intro to, and it provides a kind of great message to the society so that they know who men are really. That's why you can even help somebody, pick up somebody from the gutter or from nowhere, from grass to grace, and that person can just turn against you. So it's a liking us, it gives us a kind of to know a lot about the human relationship. And finally, if I could rate the film, he said, okay, 8/10. Hello.
Thank you so much, Dr. Adewale Akonde there. Those were very brilliant contributions. And let's come to look at it now from all the perspective of the panelists today. Like I said, these are stakeholders from the Nigerian Canadian industry perspective. And they've said it all. For Queen Irene Chukuma, a producer here, she says overall she's going to rate this project a 9/10. Same goes with Emily and Andrew, an astute filmmaker and actress, accompanied by excellence. She has said she's rating it a 9/10 as well. Same goes for the cultural advocate amongst us. And film enthusiast and a caterer. She says she gives it a 9/10 based on analysis. And last but not the least was Dr. Akonde there, who just said he's giving them 8/10 based on his own ratings. Now let's come to think about it. Let's start from the story now. In terms of the story and the twist, which has to do with the plot and the theme, there were different ways that there is what we call pacing in movies, right? Pacing is relative to how a certain action changes. For a drama, for an action movie, the pace could be very high impact. But for a drama like Fame and Fury, let's consider the transition between when Paul Adefemi, started. He came like my lord, my celebrity crush. He brought in a lot of these exaggerated opinions, his own actions. Now, I want to ask the panelists: do you think naturally it was normal, probably for a woman to be able to get flattened from that hierarchy of being a star and suddenly becomes a lover girl and suddenly becomes a loser, like somebody who lost her mind in love and missed all the green flag and the red flags, because the manager was there to check her, but she threw that over the board. And according to the story, she and the manager had come a very long way. Could we rate these transitionings and the pace? I want to hear your opinions, especially between she leaving that guy and suddenly getting into the wrong ends. Let's start with Queen again. Queen, what's your take on this?
So my take on this is that from what you have just said, being a star, one thing I want you to know is that blood runs in everybody's body. And if you really look deep into it, most stars are lonely because they don't have true people around them. They don't really have true friends around them. So having broken up with her boyfriend, and she was going through a lot, and this angel in quotes came around, you would just fall for it. Everybody wants to fall in love. Everybody loves the feeling of falling in love. Everybody wants that butterfly in their tummy. And he played the game so well. Like you said, the twist was, I was already rooting. I was like, thank God that asshole is gone. now this guy is going to make everything change. I never saw it coming. I never saw that this guy was going to be a demon. I never saw that coming. So that twist was great. That twist was awesome. So, but one thing I want to put out there is that the higher you get in life, the more lonely you are, and you really need people who really love you, who genuinely love you. So.
Okay, thank you so much. For a million, I have a different question. I've been able to justify
I
that.
actually wanted to answer.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead.
No, it's okay. You can ask. Okay.
No,
What I was just
I want to hear your view.
So, like they say, all that glitters is not gold. Remember what Queen V said? She just left a relationship and she still didn't want to leave that guy because of all she was getting from that guy. So, um, Paul came at the time. She was just looking for something to make her take her mind off Diolu. And women love attention. Women love a man that is there all the time. A man, and him telling her, "I know all your movies." She wanted something. He's always there. It's that feeling gradually started coming in. You understand? She will never, no matter how strong you are as a woman, we are human. The blood, like this, you will fall, especially when you're just coming out of something where you're not getting that respect. Because he also respected her, right? See the way Gio talks to her and the way Paul talks to her. The difference was there. She was like, "Oh, so there are men like this. Oh, maybe this is who God sent to help me, forget Diolu," and she fell for it. And one of the reasons also, she was seeing all the red flags, but I felt there was a scene she told her manager that if I leave him, people will now say, "Why is she always leaving every relationship?" So that was
Yeah.
another reason why she didn't want to leave, but she was seeing it. It was there, you know.
All right. Thank you so much. Madam Tedilola, now let's look at it based on, at what point, because the purpose of movies actually is teach, x-ray the community, x-ray situations, and then we place ourselves in those shoes. Madam Tedilola, being on the panel this evening where we are reviewing a story that has to do with a strong theme on relationships, what point do you think those red flags should have been detected in the story by Big Dabby, right? Like, at what point do you think she should have seen those red flags and she didn't see them? This could be like a message also for other women outside there. What's your assertion about that?
Okay, yeah, I feel the moment, the very first time that the guy misbehaved, the very first time that he spoke to her rudely, and even before then, the what's it called, the manager has seen some things about the guy. He doesn't really believe in the guy, and she has been warning her. So the moment the manager started warning you, and when you said the very first, irrespective, I wanted to say something about what the question you asked before, that women, majority of us, we have this, I don't know, soft spot. Some of us are lovey dovey like that. So whenever we see something like that, and most especially this guy, calm like an angel, like she said, and he too is already, is in the same profession with her. So, but the moment you see him the very first time, or that he disrespects you, she should have sent it. And when the manager now, pointed it out, why do you have a manager in the first place? Is to, point out, to see the things that you did not see and point them out to you. So when your manager, I think, we should listen to, if we are assigning somebody, okay, be my PA, okay, be my manager, okay, be my spokesperson. When they are warning us or they are telling us some things, I think we should listen. And, just, even if you're not going to break off immediately like that, you have to study. Okay, this person said this about this thing. You to do your due diligence and, watch things as, it flows. Then you take your... So I think the very first time that this guy, disrespected her, and look at the scene where they went out and said, your wife said, no, my friend. So those are enough. for her to
Yeah,
come.
I did think that was the highlight for the red flag, actually.
Yes. So in
Okay.
fact, at that point, she should have, just call it quits.
So let's assume that was beyond the feminine weakness, the lovey thing about women. I feel it threw it at the face of Big Daddy at that point. And let's ask Dr. Akonde one question. Dr. Akonde, you being as a man, we have X-rayed this movie, and by every chance, it's a very strong pass for Bimbo Ademoye and the technical thing we put it together. But in terms of the plot and the theme and the twist in the story, do you think that Paul Adefemi went too far to have gone behind and took, and advocated that Big Daddy should be, delisted from our ambassadorship role? Let's talk about it from the man-to-man perspective, from the brotherhood perspective. Do you think it took it too far at that point?
Yeah, actually, I wanted to contribute as regard those questions you said earlier, but let me just keep in this question you just had now. Yeah. She Paul did badly. Honestly, did badly, and Debbie gave him the chance. Honestly, to rob her a lot of things and to put her into that precarious condition. She doesn't need to be in that stage. Like Sister Stephen said, she could have gotten a red flags, a lot. If a man started beginning to rude to their woman, you should know that one. If you don't respect your woman, immediately you know that one. You are going to the doom. If you don't respect you, and the way you communicate to you, it doesn't show hold any water. So for the first aspect, when the manager tried to explain to Debbie, but she couldn't listen to it. That was first one. Second one, there's another woman there. She normally go and buy there. I don't know, the name of the actress. She normally go somewhere to buy things. You know, can you still remember the place?
Is it Auntie Rita's store?
Yes.
Auntie Rita's stores. Auntie Rita gave her that your talent, what you are doing is your talent. If a man wants you, if a man doesn't want you or doesn't regard you as your talent, you will lose everything. Especially, I would like to just mention about the Dr. Miles Morrow said something about this issue of this marriages relationship. He said there's nothing about love. You can't be in love to be in a relationship. You have to be in wisdom to be in a relationship. If you are because he tried to explain it very well, which I don't have time to explain here. You can just listen to him about love, marriages and relationship. Dr. Miles Monroe. There's nothing about this. I saw Paul. Oh my God! You have to be wise. You have to check him. Check the red flags before you fully committed. Before you even bring the guy. She brought the guy to her place to have fun. She could have waited for some time. Just men are so deceptive, and women as well. I'm telling you, but she has. That's why Miles Monroe said the best way to be in a relationship is to be very wise. Wisdom. You have to use your wisdom first. And apart from that, also, I don't know why Debbie doesn't use, because there's a difference between job and work. Job is something that you do to make money to hire, but work is a gift. It's a gift. It's a skill. She should not bother, and she could have even leave that man earlier than the first one. Even Paul as well, when Paul was doing something against that is against as regard a role, as a skill, as a job, she could have just immediately cut it off immediately. She doesn't need to extend the relationship, though as we talk, women they normally say okay when they're in love, but it will not put love into that place. That's why I said wisdom is the best way in relationship and marriages. It's not love.
Honestly. Awesome. Thank you so much, Dr. Akonde there. Now we've been able to play around the emotional issues around these movies. And my take home is a food for thought for women that we shouldn't let red flags get too repeated. Honestly, for me, I felt there were so many red flags from when Paul started. He changed his status and beginning to from his status of respect to nagging
Yes.
to scolding. He took it from there to the next level, beginning to degrade her. Then it now took it to the level of competition, saying, "Oh, if you don't do this, then don't do this for me." It took it to another level where he went public to deny her. For me, these were a lot of red flags that we are using this means. Like the purpose of film making, of course, is also to teach, to educate, which we are not being oblivious of in the course of this program. For those of you just joining us, we are 42 minutes into the Real Talk Show, and we want to begin to round off now. But before we round off, I want to start with Queen again as a member of the panel. Queen, this film is, for me, it has earned over 5.6 million views in the last 3 weeks of release on a YouTube channel that has a subscription of 830,000 subscribers. Now, what this means is that apart from the subscribers, there are over 1.2 million, roughly, people who didn't subscribe to Bimbo Ademoye, but have watched the movie because of the quality.
Yeah.
Now, we have been able to also say something that overall, it's a 9 over 10 production. Now let's look at it. Why did she put it on YouTube? And let's evaluate and say the reality between, okay, it's on YouTube, and if it were on probably Netflix, do you think, as a filmmaker, do you think that the future of money making in terms of monetization and income from YouTube, and even to sell your production to platforms like Netflix, okay, how do you begin to weigh this in what do you say about the future of this and the quality of films that are on YouTube?
Well, the quality of film on YouTube, a lot of YouTube movies are really doing well, and which could have also been Netflix standard. Even there were some, I want to use Omonio Boli that she has released that are on YouTube. They are all actually Netflix standard. And then, getting into Netflix, I don't think it comes easily like that. Even for people in Film One and all that, they say there's always a backlog, there's always this standard. And maybe again, I don't know if they are practicing who no man. I don't know. I don't want to say, how things happen, but I don't know if they are practicing who no man. So it's a movie that could have been on Netflix, even though we think the cinematography is 8 over 10. The storyline is very beautiful. It's something that aligns to every woman somehow, because this is a very, when you guys were talking, I put down some points. Paul is a very manipulative man. Paul is actually very charming. Every woman will want her man to grow. So Big Boy didn't even do, Big Dad didn't even do anything bad by trying to help him grow. She did what every woman would do: push her man forward, make her man look good to her status. So Bimbo did not do anything bad. But again, it brings me to the cliche: what do men really want? Bimbo was very submissive. Every time this man would argue, go remove your clothes, she would go. And then if a woman talks, she didn't talk. If a woman talks now, they'll say she's nagging. But she didn't even do anything. So now it brings me again to when the guy said, oh, she said, it's just my friend. And Bimbo was like, he said, oh, we can't put our relationship outside. So many men do that. They'll say, oh, I don't want to post my wife. I'm not a social media person. Let's keep it quiet. Because they want to keep playing all this hanky-panky. So where do you want to blame women for? Well, how do you want to start blaming us? Where did she go wrong? She did everything right. And again, we're talking about her manager. How much, some of us, the people who advise us on our relationship, we can't even live with them for 2 days. So let me let other people talk. But, I just wanted to answer some of the questions, when I heard you guys talking.
All right, thank you
know,
so much, Queen.
yeah.
Emilia, let's over to you in terms of the weight of this project, the income, monetary benefit of 5.6 million views in 3 weeks on YouTube directly to the owner or to the producer of the film, compared to probably taking it to platforms like Netflix. What's your assessment to this?
Netflix would have been the best platform for this movie, but like Queen said, the backlog, there's a lot of wait lists. Sometimes it's who you know too, the connection you have to be able to get it to Netflix. So I think she made the right decision because she's gonna make more money and make it immediately than
Mhm.
waiting for Netflix maybe 1 year, 2 years to get to before a movie is released. So the monetary part, I think she's doing the right thing now with the way it is, like getting to Prime, Netflix, and the rest of them. So for me, I think doing it, putting it in her own YouTube channel, and people coming to watch, and the monetary part of it, she's making money. I think that's the best thing to do for now.
Awesome, awesome. All right, Madam Temilola and Doctor, could you begin to round off in terms of your holistic perspective around a movie of this nature? You know, she's done a lot of very other good movies outside there, but we choose to look at Fame and Fury for our own reasons here. And I'm rounding it off on the basis of being realistic. That do you think it was a wise decision for her to actually put it on the YouTube channel as compared to having to go put it on a bigger platform?
Yeah, thank you. In my own opinion, I think she did the right thing. And if I may say this, Bimbo is a woman of many aspects. She's a comedian, she's this, she's that. And like Queen and the other lady has said, backlog or whatever it is at Netflix. Probably she's someone that believes in, let's do this, sharp, sharp, bring it here. This is where we'll get the most viewers and all that. Then bring out the next one, bring out the next one. And she has a lot of platform apart from acting that she's doing and pushing forward. And I think I've listened. I don't know if she's the one or one of the filmmakers that, okay, when you have a film, bring it out. If you know it's of a good quality, bring it out, bring it on YouTube. Get your cash or whatever, and move to the next level rather than waiting for Netflix with their so many backlogs and what's it called now, their protocols. So I think she did the right thing.
All right, thank you so much. As we begin to round off, Dr. Konde, I'm going to start with you for rounding off. We're going to give you 1 minute to just say your final candid words around this project. We've had your rating to be 8 over 10, but in terms of an holistic way, for just 1 minute, we'll begin to wrap up with you.
Okay, like my colleague just said, honestly, Bimbo Ademoye is not it's not new in this film production. Been an actor for long, and she has experience. She knows what she's doing. She got so to make more money on the film. That's what that aspect. That's why she's trying to do her best to get more money on it. And to conclude, I just want to let us know that the message she tried to let us know that though marriage and relationship is such a beautiful idea taught by God, but relationship and marriage is an option. Honestly, the relationship is a marriage also is a choice as well. So because marriage can enhance your destiny or destroy your destiny. So you have to be very careful. So also marriage can derail your destiny. It can make things better. So by that I said earlier, the best way is to be wise in it. If you are going to be a relative, you don't need to rush it at all, no matter what happens. So that's the great advice I'm trying to give to the people.
All right, thank you. Thank you so much, Dr. Adewale Akonde, for being a part of the panelists on this edition of The Real Talk. Let's get over to Temi Lola. What's your final take to our listeners, viewers all over the world today? And let's wrap up with that with you.
To our listeners all over the world, I want to tell you that let's keep, promoting our own, as in our people. Like I have someone that said, oh, me, I don't like, I've never watched Nigerian movie and all that. I'm not saying it's bad. No, we all have our preferences. But I just want to encourage us. Let us, encourage our thespians. Let's, watch their movie. And if we have opportunity just like this, to criticize, let's tell them, oh, you're doing well here, oh, here, you have lapses and all that. So let's just encourage them by watching, their movies and rating them
All
accordingly.
right. Thank you so much. That's a beautiful coverage for our esteemed viewers today. And let's get to Emilian. And Emilian, in 1 minute, as we begin to round off, what are your final words pertaining this movie and to our audience there as we begin to round off?
To wrap it up, I would say there are two things actually I saw in that movie that caught my attention. Like where even like the movie shows how popular she's, a really popular actress, famous actress. The part where she goes to that Madame Rita's shop, I don't think that's actually normal with a very popular person like that because she should have a PA that does all that for her. So that part I was really wondering. And also the camera thing where the guy just gave him a slap. In the Nigerian system, just a slap will not get you arrested and get you, like it's actually should in the Western world, but in Nigeria they need more evidence for them to arrest somebody like that and get him in trouble and all that. I felt that was not. I was expecting more, like something to really get him in trouble. So finally, I would say this movie also let people know that being an actress doesn't make you rich. It might make you popular, famous, but not rich. If she was still dating Diolu, she would have, been rich, would have been through Diolu, the give monetary gifts and all that. Or and again, another thing that can make you rich as an actress, maybe like a brand ambassador and all that. That's another way. But being an actress, it shows. We can see when she left Diolu, she was back again in a poor state. She couldn't afford some things on her own. So that's able to let you know that being an actress doesn't make you rich automatically at all.
Awesome.
And also, yeah, that can make you rich automatically. And bringing, I know the state she was emotionally could have made her fall for that guy, but letting an extra come to your room easily, being so having that access to you, I think they would have used it a different way for him to meet her than the way they did it, because he came to the room where she is as a popular actress and all that. They have somebody always, making and nobody come near them that easy. I felt they had a very easy access to her that normally I don't think in the Nigerian entertainment industry, especially Nollywood, though I've been there, I've seen around, and I see how they are. They don't allow just any waka pass. They are, they feel they are better than you and all that. So to round up everything, I still say it's a good movie, and people should, like the our lady said, to our listeners, encourage actors, producers by watching their movies, by streaming in any way you can support them, so you can get more brilliant movies like this.
Awesome. Thank you so much. And now let's round off on with Queen V. Queen V, what's your 1 minute round off statement on this edition of the review of the film we just reviewed?
I just want to first say thank you for giving us the opportunity to be part of this panel. It was beautiful because going to watch this movie is an assignment. I hate to be one of those that would say I don't watch Nigerian movies, because that means I'm a hypocrite, because I'm also an actress and I'm also a producer. So will I like it when people say they don't watch my movie? But when we keep producing, when we keep criticizing ourselves and keep getting better, then I'm sure that a lot of people will gravitate to coming to watch our movie. And this is not to digress from what we're doing. I watched Beauty in Black from Tyler Perry. Trust me, the way you see how we saw Paul as a poor man. And when Paul became rich, there was changes in Paul. Now there was a scene in Tyler Perry's Beauty in Black. Somebody that had been in the hospital for months recovering from a BBL had makeup on. How does that happen? Do you know where's the makeup artist? What are they doing to have made that girl look sick? So Bimbo tried. It's beautiful. And we're growing. Nigerian Nollywood is growing. Nigerian Canadian Nollywood is growing. Support. Thank you.
All right. I want to say a big thank you to all the panelists for being a part of this beautiful edition of The Real Talk. We promise you another wonderful edition will be coming up on the last Saturday of the month of December. But before then, do take home that we do appreciate every creative ingenuity of Bimbo Ademoye. And I would say overall, it's a 9/10 from our panelists from the Nigerian Canadian entertainment industry here in Canada. To all our viewers, thank you so much. We look forward to seeing you. If you want to watch, you can always share with people or check out the social media platforms of all our panelists. They can have these links there for you to also watch. And to Bimbo, we say, keep doing the good work you're doing. We're super proud of you. My name is Akim Ogumilade. I'm going to be with you on another wonderful edition, same time next month. Thank you and goodbye.